welcome back to my channel. Got a little Christmas decor for you today. I have had this picture saved on my phone since last year and wanted to make one, but time just ran out. But we've still got a couple weekends left and there's still parties to be had, and some people may need some last minute decorations, or we'll just have this to reference for next year. But I'm going to be making 2 burlap Christmas trees. Inspiration picture was just a flat tree that like hung on the door or the wall or something, and they took squares of burlap and created the Christmas tree. It is so pretty, and I wanted to try it using cones. So I went to Dollar Tree and I bought 2 cones in their hardware department, and I'll show you how I prepped this one in just a minute. I picked up 2 star ornaments, and then I needed some beige and some white paint, hot glue, and some burlap. Now to prep the cone, I took the reflective tape off and the sticker, and I'm going to do 3 coats of this apple barrel 50-cent craft paint. So far I have 2 coats on there. I'm letting that dry, and I took a screwdriver and a hammer and poked a pretty good size hole in the top of my cone. See, that doesn't come with a hole, and that's where I'm going to end up putting my star ornament. What I need to do now is paint my cone a 3rd coat, and I'm going to cut some burlap, and I'm not sure exactly how many squares I'm going to need, so I'm going to start out with 50 squares, 4 by 4, and we'll go from there, and I'll tell you approximately how much burlap you'll need. So it does not have to be exact. And I dipped my sponge brush in a little bit of white paint, and on every square I'm just going to dry brush one corner to give it a little frosted look on each corner. You're not going to saturate the corners at all. This is almost dry as is. It dries in just a minute. So to show you my pile of painted corners. I still have my cones drying. I want them to be completely dry before I start hot gluing. But this is my square, and this is how I'm going to fold them to hot glue them on the cone. I've got my painted corner down at the bottom. I'm going to fold in the left corner and the right corner, and then I'm even going to fold down the top to give me a nice square edge to work with. So when I start gluing them in rows around the cone, it'll just be easier for me to keep it straight. But here's my first row of squares, and I may go back and kind of touch up where some of them may want to poke up just a little bit. But this first row took 10 squares, so I know each row after that will be less. And I took a sharp pencil and did some guidelines going up. It kind of scraped the paint off, but that's okay because it certainly won't show. Okay, y'all, I've got 2 more rows going up the cone. Second row took 9, and this 3rd row took 7s. I love how it's looking. I'm going to stop when I get up to here and show you how I'm going to maybe finish it out. I'm going to try. And I failed to mention on my last 2 check-ins that I did overlap when I glued it onto the cone, just to kind of fill in the gaps so none of the cone would show. So now here I'm working with just this little area. Okay, I want to show you that 3 squares finished out the top perfectly. I'm just going to cut a little piece of burlap just to put in that little spot, and then hot glue my star on there. So I'm going to finish out both trees and show you my finished project. All right, friends, here are my burlap Christmas trees. They are exactly how I envisioned. I believe it would be so pretty to hot glue some little miniature red bells around on each tree. I know a lot of farmhouse decor people decorate in all neutral, but I just love red at Christmas time. These would be so pretty on a dining table, buffet, each side of a fireplace. And I wanted you to know for reference that I did end up using the whole roll of burlap that I had. It was 18 inches wide, which I thought was 20, and it's 9 feet of burlap. So it's 3 yards to do these 2 trees. So just keep that in mind in reference when you go to buy your own burlap, because I know they come in all different widths and bolts and packages and things like that. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm just going to put these up for next season, and I'll get to enjoy them from the beginning. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.